me, my face mask wearers. I am Jesse, your friendly neighborhood J-Man. As I have stated any number of times, I never, ever know how to start these things off. So let's just start it off with pointing out the obvious. Obviously, I am not in my car. I am in the yfnjman studios. And I am here to talk to you about Star Wars. What else is there to talk about? It's the 40th anniversary of only the greatest movie of all time, The Empire Strikes Back. So as a kid, I loved catalogs. Yeah, I was fucking weird, but you know, when at Christmas time you get that Sears catalog, that wish book, and it would just be jam-packed. I mean, packed with toys. I mean, what else better was there? As a matter of fact, I recently found a website. I don't know the name. Maybe I'll punch it in the bottom once I figure it out or remember where it was. That has like every major retailer's catalog since 1920. I'm talking Sears, I'm talking JCPenney and Montgomery Ward. I really don't care about Montgomery Ward. I live on the East Coast, but the Sears Wish book was it, and then the JCPenney book. So catalogs, right? I mean, I would spend hours looking at those books, circling things. So Star Wars, right? We're gonna tie this back. We're gonna bring this back to Star Wars. In the beginning, with the vintage toys, they had these little catalogs that came with them, and they were awesome. And I would lock myself in my room, and I would go through this amazing little book for hours and hours on end. It got so bad I was locking myself in my room, but my mom would knock on the door thinking I was looking at porn. I mean, I was, but I was also looking at this or this. So I figure as a change of pace, we would go through, well, as a change of pace and to test to see how much of my bullshit, my stories about toys and my stories about my youth that you will tolerate. How long of an episode will you tolerate? And we will begin starting now with this cover page. Actually, I just had to make sure that it was the cover page and not the back, because the back and the front had the same thing, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't holding it any certain way. So the first page is action figures. I mean, look at these things. These are glorious. I had to get up. This is how excited I am. I had to get up so I can point out actually all the ones I had and didn't have. You know what? This is what we'll do. First, we'll go through and I will identify for you all the figures that I have, and probably still had and have. So I had Lando, right? Leia, Snowtrooper, Han. That's the only fucking Han figure I ever had as a kid, is that one. I didn't even have the classic Han. 3PO, no. R2. R2 was one of my favorite figures as a kid, still is. The Death Star droid, right? Didn't have that Luke, but I had that Obi-Wan. I had that Luke. That's the important Luke. Rebel Soldier, not Luke. I used to pretend it was Luke, not Luke, for my Hoth scenes. Oh, I want to point something else out. Something that I didn't do. These are circled, okay? This is not my original catalog. I just bought this off of eBay, right? And some other little punk went through and circled all the toys that he wanted. Apparently, little Joey wanted IG-88. Fuck him. Anyway, so back to where we were. Bespin Guard had, X-Wing Pilot had, Hammerhead. Didn't have Sand People, of course. Who didn't have Boba Fett? Boba Fett? Boba Fett? Where? No, wait, I didn't even do that on the camera. Boba Fett? Where? Of course, Vader, Jawa. My Jawa still has his cape. No weapons, though. No Walrus dude. Bosk. Didn't have that dude. Had IG-88. Didn't have R5-D4. I didn't have a fucking Stormtrooper. I think I do now, though. A new one, not an old one. Greedo, Chewie, Power Droid, the original Han, which my parents didn't love me enough to buy me one. And, Snaggletooth. Now, I pretty much, the only ones I really wanted as a kid, of course, was a decent Han, like a standard Han, not the fucking Hoth one, and the Princess Leia. Although I might have to check my books. I might have A New Hope Princess Leia. I said books, I meant my stash of toys. All right, on to the next page. Again, I just want to reiterate, this is not me circling. I had that set, which was awesome. Now this one here, look at this. This is the Darth Vader playset. Not Darth Vader. Idiot. Death Star playset. Let me tell you something. I don't know how much my parents, I'm sorry, I'll sit down again. I don't know how much Santa Claus put out for this Death Star playset, but believe you me when I tell you that I played the shit out of that set. I mean, for hours. Again, locked in my room.
Are you jerking off again, Jesse?
Anyway, so yeah, and you know what's really funny is, let me sit back down, is that I don't own this set. Seriously, I still do not own this set currently. And while it was the piece de resistance of my childhood, I really don't have any interest in buying it. A couple other things on here. There really wasn't anything else on here that I wanted. I had that Hoth set. And of course you had the Tauntaun where the body or the figure went into the body of the Tauntaun. I pretty much had every vehicle except for that one here. Twin pod car. Let me tell you something. I played with it, right? But how stupid was the twin pod car, the Falcon? I cannot tell you